Welcome to Shore Perspectives, a community feature of WESR Radio, highlighting the spirit of the shore from those who call it home.
Amy Schatzman, Chincoteague Island, Virginia.
Sarah Ross, Chincoteague Island, Virginia.
I knew I had kidney disease probably when I found out when I was in my early 20s. And it's just a progressive disease, so I knew at some point I was going to have a kidney transplant. And there's no medication, there's nothing that can help slow down the progression of the disease. So I just didn't think it would be when I was in my 40s. So, when I was accepted into a transplant program at MedStar Georgetown, they really encourage you to try to find a living donor. And so I made it my mission to, try to just put it out there. And so I created, all the social media and everything that I could do to try to find, a living donor so that I could have the best outcome possible.
I think I was just on Facebook and I happened to see that Amy had a post on there and I read it. It was like a letter saying that, she needed a kidney and her best chances was from a living donor. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and see if I'm a match, go through the test or whatever, and just see, how far along I get in the process, or, if I don't, then, so, but I went ahead and so I signed up, and then later on somebody contacted me, and they said, well, so far, from the questions and all, you sound like you might be a possibility. Could we put you on the donor list? And I was like, okay, so, I wasn't the only one on there. There was more of a process. You had to go through interviews with the doctors to make sure you understood the process, what you were actually doing, and then later I was still, like I said, on a list with other people. So I wasn't the top one, wasn't considering the surgery at that point, but they said, hey, we want to go ahead and do more tests. Could you come up to DC? And I said, sure. So I went up there, did a bunch of lab work. Then came back home, didn't hear anything else for a couple weeks, and then I got an email and said, hey, you're now at the top of the list, would you like to schedule a surgery date? And I said, sure, let's do it.
I was really surprised, and just at the whole response to the ask, was just amazing, and I just didn't even think like I would have one person, try. And Sarah actually got the call because I had another donor that at our pre-op visit, they decided he wasn't able to donate. So I felt like there was some kind of intervention there, that, I received, a kidney from Sarah. So, I was just surprised at the whole process and never thought, Chincoteague is, everyone is so caring and everybody watches out for each other, but I just didn't think, they would be from here.
You two are not strangers. How many years have you actually known each other?
I don't know, I guess like 10 or 11. Yeah.
We met each other, like I said, through a mutual friend. We've had a couple dinners together, with other friends and everything, but I don't think we've talked to each other probably in about 10 years,
Yeah, it's been a long time since we've actually spoken to each other.
So quite the reunion.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. In fact, she did not know it was me until the morning of the surgery.
Yeah.
So
they are not allowed to tell me anything in the whole process. It was like a really big surprise. And I was just so amazed, and I just couldn't believe it, and just so thankful that somebody would step up like that, because, I don't know if there's like really any words to explain it. I had breast cancer, so I've already had an extra shot at life, and now, I didn't realize this hurdle would have to have been crossed when I was in my 40s. It's just an amazing gift that it's really hard to put into words.
I don't know. I'm just glad I was able to help someone, to help Amy. She's such a nice person, and, I don't know. I really don't feel as if I really did anything. It's just, I had something that could help her, and, to me, it really wasn't that big of a deal. They say, share your spare, and that's what I feel like I was doing. I had an extra. Why not give it to someone who could actually use it? It is a great feeling, though, to be able to help someone, and it's not really doing anything, maybe a little inconvenience, here or there for you, whatever, but the rewards are so much greater, knowing that you really helped somebody, you've affected their life forever, and I just think that's amazing, and to be able to do something like that is awesome.
I've just always found that, like, during these times, like, it's just so important to have a good attitude and not, there is always somebody worse off than you. And so you just really have to appreciate every moment that you get in life. And I don't think some people realize, like, when you're in bad health, how much it can really affect your life. So yeah, I always just try to keep a good attitude during everything. And I felt like that really helped in the healing process, both times. Like, I recently just had a setback and haven't had emergency surgery on last Saturday. And that was like a mental kick, I just try to stay positive and see the good that, my new kidney wasn't affected. So that was like what I was most worried about.
That's the first message I got,
Yes.
I did surgery, but your kidney's fine.
Yes, yes. I was so worried. I was just so worried in the ER. I demanded transplant come down and take care of everything. So, because I did not want anything to happen. I'm making a vow to take care of, do everything I can to take care of this kidney. Because it's truly, once in a lifetime gift.
Yeah, you're not getting the other one.
No. Even when you think like you are at your lowest, there is always somebody that will be there to help you. Even when you think it is over, it is done, there's somebody that will help.
For Shore Perspectives and WESR Radio, I'm Kelly Gaskell.